Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we're back in our Cessna 172. We're going to be doing some NeoFly, enjoying the nice weather here in Arizona and flying from Douglas over to Sierra Vista. So stick around for the ride, guys, because hopefully it'll be a nice and smooth one. If you are interested in acquiring my Overkill's Cessna Citation Longitude guide from Microsoft Flight Simulator, consider joining my Patreon site at level tier 2 or above. That's $10 or more, which will give you access to all of the Overkill tutorial guides. Please keep in mind with Patreon, you do not have to subscribe each and every month. Once you subscribe, you will be charged $10. You will have access to all of the guides, and if you wish, you can then cancel the subscription, and you will maintain access to Patreon until the first of the following month. So, with that in mind, let's talk about what this guide is. This guide gives you a full flight tutorial from Boston to Minneapolis. It also walks you through installing any modifications that I use for this aircraft, a full cockpit tutorial, breaking down how to create your flight plan using SimBrief, which is a free service, and then completing the flight successfully. If there are any questions, you're always welcome to give feedback, as joining my Patreon site gives you access to my Discord channel as well, giving you direct access and communication to me. So once again, if you guys are interested, please consider joining the Patreon. It definitely helps support the channel and keeps the content coming, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. All right, so for the first thing that we need to do here is that we need to pull up our NeoFly app, and we need to accept our flight here. So let's see here. I think it's just fly. Still learning this one here. Still learning, but I'm getting there. All right, so let's see here. Connect and fly. There we go. We are connected. Motors off. Okay, go. We're at the right airport. Now we need to select our payload. Current payload, 340 pounds due, 349 missing. All right. Groovy. And then let's see here. Pay, we're looking at $3,600 for this flight. Not a shabby flight, especially to Sierra Vista. It's really not that far of a flight. Passengers, looks like we got one. There's our destination and departure information. Yeah, 39 nautical miles. So this will just be a nice, easy, direct flight. Shouldn't be too long at all. So let's get the aircraft set up. So I'm going to drag this off screen for just a minute here. And nope, we don't want to mess with the weather. We want to mess with our weights. All right, so let's see what we got here. So cargo, what do we got here? Cargo, we're showing 340 pounds. Oh, I see. We're missing 349, so we're going almost max weight here.
Hi, pilot. New mission, new passengers. Let me know when you are ready to start boarding.
Still missing 111 pounds.
Transporter form dispatch. Boarding passenger. Please stand by.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I might be reading this wrong. There we go. We'll go 3 pounds on the mark there. And then fuel. I know it tells me how much fuel I need.
Transporter, boarding is complete. You can start your flight.
Just a second here before we start our flight. Oh, there we go. Fuel, we need 69 pounds. Oh, no, that's what's showing that we currently have. Although, honestly, that's going to be more than enough to get from here to Sierra Vista. So I'm not too worried about that. Let's just go ahead and leave that as is. I'm just double checking this app here. Let me bring it back so you guys can see this with me to make sure that I have everything I need. That's my current bank. Aircraft, payload. Current payload to match total cargo pilot passenger weight. Due 349 pounds. Current payload 460. So it sounds like we're heavy. Oh, well, it's down now. But let's go ahead and add. I don't want to mess this up. So let's just add that 3 pounds. Wasn't that 3 pounds we needed? Well, let's add 3 more pounds, I guess. There we go. All right, we're on the money there. All right, and then, yeah, like I said, I'm just searching. I don't see it, but I thought it told us how much fuel we needed. Deadline, okay, 3656 request pay, aircraft, passengers. Tells us this is what the current fuel is, but I don't know. Alright, well, we're just going to hope. We're just going to hope, but I seriously think that's more than enough to get to Sierra Vista. So, let's get our aircraft started up here. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is turn our battery on, arm the standby battery. Let's turn the nav lights on and the beacon light on. Let's check our fuel selectors, center tank, fuel selector. Let me set up the controls though. So I've got our controls set up. Just wanted to make sure we had that ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and give us some full mixture here. Crack that throttle. Let's start this beautiful lady up. Good to go. Let's clear that guy. All right, alternators on, avionics on. Taxi light can come on. Pitot heat will go ahead and turn on. We're gonna get moving pretty quick here. Now, we are just gonna fly direct. I'm not too worried about anything outside of that, so let's go ahead and just start setting some stuff up here. Let's see here. I can remember how to do this. It's been a minute. Enter? No. There we go. Alright, so we are at Kilo. Come on. Delta. Uniform. Golf. Yep. Press enter. And we are going to FJK. What was it? Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Uniform. Kilo Foxtrot Hotel Uniform. Cool. All right. Short and sweet. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, pumpkin easy. Right? Isn't that what it is? I don't know. All right. So let's close the flight plan here. Let's change our CDI over to the FMS so we can fly direct. Let's see if we have anything else special we need to worry about. I don't think so. We're pretty much good to go here. So let's get that show rolling. Alright, so we got our altimeter set, 2988 today. Got our flight plan set. Taxi lights are on. Mixture set for takeoff. Turn our yoke back on. Set our map out a bit. Not what I wanted. There we go, that's what I want. Let's see, we need our wind direction today. Well, here, let's see if I can get it from ATIS. Automated weather. Oh, did I miss? Where's my wind? Oh, wind calm. All right. Well, so that puts the departure at our preference. So let's get her rolling. So you probably see me posting a lot this weekend. I'll be doing some live streams later tonight. We'll probably be doing some live streams of Definitely be doing some live streaming with Microsoft Flight Simulator. We'll probably do some live streams of a little bit of Overwatch, maybe some American Truck Simulator or some racing. So be on the lookout for those, guys. Link is down in the description. It's the link this time. Thank you for the gentleman who pointed out that I had the wrong one in there. I felt like such a dork. I had a link to my dashboard in it, which obviously you don't have access to my dashboard as it's not your account. So, yeah, real genius move on my part. That was not one of my more intelligent moves. But I guess, which kind of makes sense because I was like, I'm not going to lie, at 15,400 subscribers, which thank you guys so much. That is such a cool number to say. I never thought the channel was going to reach this point. I know all YouTubers probably say that, but I really didn't. But anyway, I digress. So when I did the live stream last weekend, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of bummed. I was expecting more people to show up. I was like, kind of sad. I was like, oh, sad panda. But then when he pointed out the link was wrong, I was like, well, it's like, now I wonder how many people were wanting to show up and couldn't because I'm a dipstick and didn't pay attention to the link that I populated. Like, yeah, not one of my greater moves. But anyway, we'll be rectifying that tonight. I'll be definitely live streaming over the next 2 days quite a bit. I'm going to try to get more into live streams, so make sure you guys are watching for that. If you go to my Twitch channel, and even now you can do that, hit the link down in the description, and just hit the follow button. You'll get notified every time I go live, which is always a real a nice advantage. There's a couple streamers that I follow. Oh, and I'm dropping things on the floor. The cool thing about the live stream, for those of you who aren't sure about it, the advantage there is that, again, it's live, so you can chat with me and everyone else on the stream, live time, so we can ask questions, we can chit chat, you guys can point out what a dork I am and how I fly terribly, which, by the way, sorry for having to use the mouse to look around. There is something wrong with my track IR. I think I broke my headset. And by me, I'm wondering if a 3-foot-tall little person that I know in this household got a hold of it, but we never know. And if she did, that was my fault for leaving it in her reach. But we'll have to see. I'll take it apart and make a new one. It's just the way it goes sometimes. Alright, so here we are. We're going to have to do some back taxing, looks like, down the runway here. So let's... Alright, is this the runway? Well, it says it's runway crossing. Oh, we got the perpendicular. I suppose I could swing around there. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go ahead and throw the strobe light on anyway, just to let people know that we're on the runway. Where are you? There you are. Oh, that very much looks like a taxiway. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? Maybe not. No, I think that's a runway. Definitely a runway. Just a skinny runway. Which makes sense for this airport. This is a real tiny little airport. I'm actually surprised it has this big runway here. It's tiny. Douglas isn't a very large town. Nice town, but not very large. Alright, so landing light on, taxi light off. And we'll set flaps 1 for takeoff. Looking good. Alright, my friends, let's get going. Power on the wall. Airspeed alive. $50 knots, rotating.
Transporter, good flight.
Good flight. We're not done yet. All right. Flaps forward. Gently start coming to the right. Trying to keep that 7-degree climb there. The thing I like about this NeoFly is you can't fly like a jerk. You start bouncing around or jerking the stick real hard or making really scary movements or things like that, your passengers get very upset with you. Whoa. There's our flight plan coming into view here. Alright, start coming back the other way here. Nice and gentle for now. Now, we come to an ultimate decision here. So we're primarily still flying this VFR. I think I'm going to go ahead and go around these mountains. We'll cut through this pass over here and then come back around rather than trying to go above the mountains. I think that would just be a better way to do this one. And then we don't have to climb as high either. Turn our landing lights off. Oh, I bumped something. What did I bump? Alright, let's turn our autopilot on. I'm going to set our altitude. And I guess we can go ahead and go nav too, honestly. Well, no, we don't want to go nav, but we can go heading hold. Alright. We're on our way. Start leaning the mixture for altitude. Now, if memory serves, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a fall off in RPM as we pull the mixture back. There it was right there. So right about there is a good rule of thumb. And then we can pull the power off a little bit. So we're looking here. So I pulled the mixture off. And as I was pulling the mixture off, the RPMs increased. And then I kept pulling it back until they started to decrease. So we saw it go up to 2370, and then as I kept pulling the mixture off, it fell to 2360. Pushed it back in a little bit till we went back to 2370, and then I pulled the power off on the throttle to get down to about 2300, giving us about, 90, 95 knot cruise speed. Now we've got about a 2-knot headwind here, a little bit of crosswind, but nothing too crazy. And so now we're nice and stable. We're just going to hold this heading now. It's not too crucial that we stay on this particular path. So we're just going to swing through and then go out over this way and then head into Sierra Vista. But nice, easy flight. Unfortunately, being out here, there really isn't a whole lot to see in the scenery aspect, but you know, that's what it is. Alright, so now we're through that little pass, we're just going to use our heading bug and bring it back towards our course heading here. Looking good. And we can see how far off we are here. Not too bad. So Sierra Vista is going to be, well, right up over here it looks like. So we'll be coming down on our descent here pretty soon already. And track's got us at 8 miles out. So, wait, is that right? No, there we go. Sorry, 30 miles out. I was like, what the heck? I wasn't paying attention. That's our cross track. We're off course by that much, I think. Our course line over here is 7 miles out. So we're 7 miles west of our desired track. Which we can sort of bring us to the right just a little bit more. Just sort of start turning us in the right direction. We'll slowly merge. I'm just trying to stay away from these mountain edges. I don't want to catch the wind coming off of them. It's gonna, as we get anyway. Now the nice thing is the wind's actually coming from the other direction, but still, you guys know how mountains are. Don't feel like getting pummeled today. When we did the last flight and flew from here into Douglas, that was a bumpy ride coming around these mountains. And I did the same thing. So last time we came from Tucson out over here, we had to come through these mountains, and I came to this pass right here. And man, even just being in the center of this, the plane was getting knocked around like a pinball machine. Although it was pretty crappy weather that day, truth be honest. So not too bad today. It's actually really nice. I guess it's really helpful having the wind coming from the left side rather than from the mountain side, but not too shabby. Yeah, that's what that was. That was our separation from the track line. Nice. I don't know that I had ever actually seen that before, although I'm not normally very far off course there. If you guys haven't given NeoFly a shot, I really do recommend it. I've been really impressed with it so far. Sky Park, I do not want to badmouth it in any way. I really don't. It's a great program. I have nothing against it at all. I think NeoFly just offers more. What's your problem? Low fuel. Are we? Yeah, we are, aren't we? So the thing with NeoFly, and this is another reason why I actually really like it, is you can't just add more fuel to your aircraft when you're using it. That is disabled. You're stuck with what you got, and if you go plummeting to the ground, well, that's just a bad day for your track record. Man, I don't know if we're gonna make this, guys. 24 miles to go still. Well, I'll see you guys in a few, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we are back. We're about 4 miles out. Disabling the autopilot here. Start pulling some power off and starting our descent. Now, MSFS I don't see the airport. Oh, except for that one right there. Real elusive, isn't it? Alright, so let's start coming down here. Let's get some lights turned back on. $80 knots. Go ahead and bring down flaps 1. Let's get our mixture back up to full. Guess that low fuel warning was okay. I'm gonna go flaps 2. Coming out of the downwind. Be able to turn right back around as land on 09. Alright, so we are now on our downwind. It's a little awkward trying to do this without my track IR, unfortunately. It's actually driving me nuts. The big airliners, it's a lot easier, but because everything's, you know, you got the IFR flight plans, you got your SIDS and your stars, and the approach is locked into the FMC, so it's real easy to work with it. When you're flying VFR without some sort of ability to turn your head and look around, it gets very difficult. All right, let's go flaps 1, or flaps 2, excuse me. Come on, baby, keep turning. We don't want to miss our approach here. A little bit of a space shuttle landing, but that's okay. Did just fine on fuel. Full flaps. For 55 knots. Whoa. There we go. And we're landing with a almost 20 knot headwind. This is... I'm sort of surprised she's behaving this well. Alright, look at that flare. Holding it. Power off.
Transporter, almost done. Go to the parking.
I love that now that we're on the ground, we're getting blown all over the place. Let's clear those flaps. Landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobe light off. Come on, baby, turn. There we go. Probably should have left my strobe lights and everything on until I crossed that threshold, but that's all right. So on our next flight, this is the other cool thing about NeoFly, is we will be starting here. So you always have to start wherever your plane last ended. And I think that's fantastic. And that's something that I don't think Skypark does. Actually, no, I know for a fact that it doesn't. And unless it's a new development now. With that being said, I haven't flown Skypark in quite a while, so that could have changed. But I really do like that aspect of it. You know, it helps keep the realism. All right, let's set that parking brake.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Got the mixture. Clear the caution. Avionics off. No, don't give me your stupid menu. All right, alternator off. Magneto's all off. Lights. Fuel pumps are set. Parking brake set. Mixture's off. Throttle's cut back. Clear that. All right. And battery off and standby battery off. And we are good to go. Welcome to Sierra Vista, Arizona.
Transporter from dispatch. Disembarkation completed. Thank you. See you soon for another mission.
All right, so let's see how we did. So the nice thing about this is it tells you if you have any kind of weird issues or anything like that that might have hindered your performance, right? So it tells us if we failed anything, tells us if we lost any money. So let's see here, waiting for parking, brakes are set at, yep, okay, then mission type, passengers, we got that done, passengers took off. Let's see here, fuel consumption, 23 pounds. And then let's see here, we got bonus comfort. So we actually flew well enough that we didn't make anyone mad. So nicely done. Let's see here, bonus landing. So we greased the landing, looks like, which I thought we did too. I thought we did a really good job with that landing. Had that nice wheel squeak. Anyway, this is a really fun application. Now, a little quick tip. I have been told that you want to definitely save your money. Try not to spend your money until you get way later on into it and start getting the really cool aircraft. So I'm really excited about it. I'd like to be able to get a hold of like a TBM. That would be really awesome. Or a Mooney for these kind of flights. Something that can really, accelerate the process. But we'll see what happens. Stay tuned, guys. Again, make sure you guys keep an eye out for the stream. My Twitch link is down in the description. All you have to do is click on it and hit the follow button. There's no paid subscriptions required, nothing like that. That's all just bonus to me, but it's not a requirement. You guys can just come on and join me. But at least hit that follow button. That way you guys get the notification of when I am streaming, and you can come and ask me questions, and we can geek out about aviation, planes, and etc. together. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.